Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a great honor, and I felt a little bit old when I was asked by our friends from Sri Lanka to be a person who should have speak about history of ICA. It means that you are part of the history, and being part of the history means that you are getting old. And this I did not really like so much. Although my close friends, Neela Malaudin, that I didn't see for a long time, yesterday was asking me if I'm here as the oldest ICA members in this room. And this, again, didn't make me so happy, Neela. I mean, it's fine. But anyway, let's talk about something that is, for many of you, probably a little bit unknown. When I was asked, first of all, the problem was how to speak about history of ICA within 15 minutes. And now I put the 15 minutes to start. Would have just been correct to give you a list of what has been done. Probably yes. For many of you, is something new. For the old friends, it's something they know very well. But I think that we should start a little bit from why ICA was formed. How did it happen that a number of people felt to build up something that was not existing before? Who were the initial players of ICA? For this, I just, let me see if it works. No, it works. I'm not familiar with this. I want to show you this photo. This number of people that you can see seated here were just the second part, the second appointment of ICA. The first one happened in '83 when in Israel there was a conference organized by the Israeli Association. That was looking like an ordinary meeting of ours, and a symposium, but there was something that was just in the air. So that number of people who attend decide to get together once again at the beginning of the year after. And it means that in '84, we had a meeting in Acapulco. And the people you see here, actually, they are those who put really the seed of ICA. You can recognize few of them, although the photo is not so perfect at the moment. And there were people who have really made the history of gemstones. It was a period in which the gemstone industry was flooded by speculators, people that didn't have much to do with our trade, people that were entering in a business at the moment in which the Japanese and the Middle East market were booming. And they were assuming to make money out of entering the gem business. So for that reason, and for the confusion about the treatments and oiling and this and that and bombarding and so on and so forth, what was all and what is still all about the gemstones, these gentlemen, all of them, out of which you can recognize distinguished persons like Dr. Gubelin and Mr. Liddicoat as well. You see, they decided at a certain point that there should have been a congress about colored gemstones, about the traders. Because were the traders those who were most affected by what was happening in the market, all this speculation that was there. And so I just let you see who are the people who lead the association in these past 30 years. Well, some of them, and they couldn't attend today, but they are the good friends of ICA. So this is when the International Precious Stone Association in '83 was called in Israel, and this is the Acapulco meeting. After that, the first Congress that was called actually happened in Bangkok in '87. I was there. And that was the first one. And actually, the very first one, for which I don't have the, oh, hey, here it is, sorry. But I'm not familiar with this thing, please understand me. In Ida Oberstein, we really founded ICA. This is what happened like 31 years ago. Then came Bangkok, and then I still remember the elephants at the Congress in Colombo. And it was an emotion and an experience that I'm sure we will live today as well. Then Hawaii. In Hawaii, we had even the first golf tournament. You won't believe it or not. I was one of the winners. In Israel, in '93, we again discussed about these many issues that were in the business and in the market. You know, everything has always to do with the problems that we are facing. You must remember that before ICA, there was nothing, I say nothing, existing but the Sector 3 of Sebegeum. ICA is something that came by almost, I would say, almost by chance. You see, history sometimes doesn't happen because things are really, they're really wanted by people to happen. And all of a sudden there is an atmosphere that has created ICA. And this is what happened in Ida Oberstein. Then we went in Tokyo. And again, you see, the design that we had here was quite controversial because the many colors, because of this, because of that. But actually, what was really interesting, and what is interesting about ICA and its history, is that we are above all the languages, religions, and all that makes us different. We try to combine our wishes. We try to understand each other. What we are doing in ICA is we are using the same common language. So the design, I remember I was on the board, it was quite controversial. But finally, we have to think that this is what ICA means, get together. After that, we went to Belo Horizonte to relax a little bit. And as you can see, we are going, and we have been trying to go once in a consuming country to let people understand and spread the news about the association and colored gemstone that we represent, and to the producing countries in order to make a kind of sell-in. I mean, let our people understand what it means to be together. After that, we came to Italy. And you see, there was a new wave coming because, of course, Japanese was established. The other markets were established. I mean, Europe and United States. But China was coming. The East market is coming. And as you can see, this bunch of people represented in dresses of Marco Polo were looking at East. We were indicating the new market that was coming. And the new market was there. And the new market is here today. Then we flew back to Australia. Very interesting country. Unbelievable. India, well, our Indian friends prepare an astonishing Congress. And then Bangkok again. Because, you know, we are like salmons. We always try to go back to where we have born. And so we went back to Bangkok. And now I was told to wait for a minute because this is too heavy. Okay, I got it. And then we went to Dubai, again, to a consuming country, and to a market that is one of the most important. A transit market probably is not itself the model, but it is today such an important thing. And then, of course, China came. Then we went back to Brazil because we were needing a little bit more of samba to enjoy, and we were in Rio. Unfortunately, it was raining too much, I remember that. And then Changsha was the last one. And here we are today, talking about, and we will have important and very interesting sessions I've seen. Of course, the quality of the speakers is very high, and they will bring new, very interesting things to say. What ICA has been done, let me see how many minutes are left over. What ICA has been done in these 30 years has been a lot. You see, I didn't realize unless I've been asking to our good friend that is actually one of the most ICA-minded person in this room, Mr. Yehuda Kassif, who helped me in doing this, because I would never been able to do it. I don't know how to use a computer. I don't know anything. The only thing I can use is this because it goes up and down. So what we did in these past 30 years, we have the Gazette. The Gazette that you are receiving, and it's a very interesting magazine that is growing up constantly, and many of us have been involved in doing that in the most appropriate manner. Then the gem site is there. We made also this, actually has not been used so much, because the attempt that was done has always been to make ICA people different from the other dealers. What we were thinking to make was a group of persons, not only just respectable and honest dealers, but at the same time the leaders and the cream of the gemstone dealers. So we also prepared something like this that actually was a stamp to be put on our packets. I don't know how much it has been used, and also because that NET has been a controversial definition that started from far away, from Sebejo time, in order to define treatments and so on and so forth. But I don't want to bother you so much because you are familiar with all this stuff. Well, we attempt something that was could have been, and it has been important for the association. We made a promotion. We started doing promotion with rubies. Actually, what was designed at that time was a kind of going around the world, first starting with rubies and then continuing with the other gemstones. It was an effort that probably at that time ICA couldn't afford so much. So actually, it happened that we finished with the ruby promotion in 90, what was it? Around 2000, something like this, in 99. But it has been an interesting, very interesting, because other countries, including Thailand, they started using the concept that was promoted by ICA. And there was something that I'm a little bit proud of. The year 2000, actually the new millennium was coming. ICA was there. Sorry. ICA was there And we tribute this for the new millennium coming. I mean, what we did is we create a sculpture. This sculpture actually represented a broken wall with all the signs that we were hoping would have not continued to be a matter of conflicts in the years to come, but actually it didn't happen because you have the crescent, the Christian symbol, the Jewish symbol, and this was a gate through which we could have gone inside and see at the end what you see down there are yellow sapphires, and all the path and what is around are gemstones donated by the ICA members in order to create this stuff. And this was made by one of our friends in Italy, Mr. Cacchione, and designed by an Italian artist, Nini Verga. Well, it contains 2,000 gemstones. Actually, it's probably 2,000 and some. My time is over. Okay, so 2,000 and some, but it has been an important piece. It has gone all over the world. We even went to Pope John Paul II to be blessed in St. Peter. And now, if you want to see this piece of art, is at the David Museum in Tel Aviv, because it has been donated to. But our hopes were not so followed by the reality of and the history. Again, ICA was present the moment in which one night was announced the discovery of the DNA. We decided, and then we decided to do the same thing. We made the Book of Life. Book of Life is, again, a silver item, this big, and that represents, like, is the text of and this is all made by gemstones. And again, all the gems have been donated by the jewelers, by the ICA members. This, you can see the different designs of the genoma. And this book, there are two small versions, and one big one that was auctioned and purchased by our past friends, Mr. Roberto. Again, in Jaipur, they create this. It's a jewel in the crown, and it's, again, an important piece with the Indian touch, as you can see. Then we had another important thing. There were some videos made by ICA with the contribution of all the people. And then one more thing, the poster competition you have outside, the new posters that are, we have to decide which one will be the poster of the year. And this is, again, an idea of our friend, Mr. Kassif. And this is the memory coin that you all have in your briefcase that represent the 30th anniversary of ICA. So I think my time, I'm a minute above my time, and I think that I've done my excursus through the time and through what ICA has been done in these past few years, why ICA was formed, and who were the people who started. And I think that we have a lot more to do. Thank you very much.